sake, Bertie, don't be silly.
You'll have to get used to it, Jenny. That's the way they shake hands over there.
Where do you go after you leave Vienna? Vienna? Oh, 5 years at Leipzig, like I imagine. I think I'll stay there the rest of my life.
Don't take any, don't take
Good morning.
I'm going to Vienna. Isn't it wonderful?
Yes?
Where are you going?
Home.
Oh, isn't that too bad? I'm going on a pleasure trip. You see, I've never been any further than Chicago.
Really?
I've always wanted to go to Vienna ever since I saw The Merry Widow.
Oh, yes, very interesting.
But somehow I've never been able to get away before. But now that George is dead, George was my husband, and Lulu's married. Lulu's my daughter, you know. Well, my daughter said to me, well, Mother, you better get it out of your system. You may as well go and meet your prince-in-law. You know, he was the hero of The Merry Widow, the one who danced so beautifully. Well, I'm going. I'm on my way. I'm under full sail.
Come in.
Ah, good morning, Count. On a day like this, you should be out, walking in the Prater. The first buck of the season. Perhaps the Count would like to sample it.
Would you mind telling me who's paying for this?
Please, don't speak of it. Your credit is excellent. After this sale, we can settle our affairs, huh?
After this sale, I shall still be in debt to the extent of several 100,000 shillings, including what I owe you. Your manners are deplorable, Meyer.
But you owe me 96 shillings.
I'd pay you if I could.
But I'm a poor man. You must pay me.
How?
How? How? Why don't you sell that ring?
That ring is of no value, except to a member of my family.
Well, give it to me and let me see what I can get for it.
No.
I've rented the room to another party, Count. You'll have to get out.
When?
Tomorrow. And you can't blame me.
Tomorrow I won't blame anybody for anything.
Good day, Count.
Good day, Svenk.
Have you come to redeem your uniform, sir?
How did you know?
Oh, Oh, the day of the casino ball, sir. A good many of them managed to get their uniforms out for that.
Shrink. Will you take this instead of cash?
I'm sorry, sir, but it's against the rules to redeem one article with another.
I see.
But I might be able to make the exchange without the manager finding out.
Thank you.
I'm going to the ball myself, in a costume, too. A very striking costume of a great hero. Your uniform, sir, just as you left it. I must ask you, sir, to be very careful with it, not to get any spots or stains on it.
Don't worry.
Oh, Count, when are you going to bring it back?
In the morning, when I come for my revolver.
Yes, sir.
There's a pin in it. You should tell me.
That's a dangerous thing to do.
No. The pin is sterilized.
Idiot. Layla, where are you going?
To get my fan.
Don't be long. Mr. Fisher, I've decided to propose to her again tonight.
Well, you ought to have better luck with a mask on, Otto.
Since you and I are partners, such a marriage should be an excellent thing for the business.
Oh, you're going to tell her that? Well, I'd be very careful, Otto. Don't sweep the poor girl off her feet.
Layla, I think it will be safest if you'll dance only with me tonight.
Nothing could be safer than dancing with you, Otto.
You rascal.
Aren't we going to the big ballroom?
No, I've reserved a table for us in the little ballroom upstairs.
But all the fun is downstairs.
Oh, well, let's go downstairs.
All the decent and well-behaved people are up there.
Oh, well, who wants to be decent?
Thank you. Did I hurt you?
I shall never be the same man again.
I must find my party.
Come on, Otto. Let's get some beer.
No, we must find Layla.
Oh, she's all right.
You see them?
No, not now.
Shall we go down there and look for them?
All right?
Let's look here first.
Yes, let's.
Of course, the easiest way to get across the floor is to dance.
I'm afraid it's the only way. Would you mind telling me who you are?
Does it matter who I am? Tonight?
No. Tonight will soon be over, and then?
And then? There's tomorrow.
Yes.
Oh.
Who are you, anyhow? No, don't tell me.
What would you like me to be?
Can I choose?
Do?
Well, then, someone romantic, like a prince. Or a count at least.
Good. For tonight, I am a count.
Ladies and gentlemen,
looking at the next trumpet call.
Good night.
No. Wait for the unmasking.
No, I'd rather not.
Why have you deceived me?
How?
You should have told me you were so pretty. Do you know, I'm very much afraid I shall have to kiss you.
There's no way of stopping you?
None. That I know of.
Well, in that case... I think I'd better go and find my father.
Haven't you enjoyed yourself?
More than I can say.
Then why go now?
Because I want tonight to remain perfect.
You'll have to explain that.
You see, I'm afraid it's going to be hard to forget this night. And I want you to remain always in my mind as someone mysterious and romantic.
I see.
So you see, if I go now, I never know the truth.
You are sure the truth will be disappointing? No.
Count von Degenthal. Don't you know me? Your old valet and orderly? Dimple.
Dimple, how are you?
I'm fine. Oh, it's good to see you again in your old uniform.
Thank you, Dimple.
Excuse me.
Count von Degenthal?
Is the truth disappointing?
I wanted something romantic to happen to me tonight.
Well, has it?
Find her.
Find who?
Your daughter. If I may be permitted to express an opinion...
Do you want to hear it?
No.
Neither do I. Come on, let's search find Liv.
All right.
Papa, where have you been all evening?
Where have I been? Where have you been? Otto's looking for you. He wants to propose to you.
Papa, this is Count Franz von Degenthal.
How do you do, sir?
Well. I always supplied your father with his boots and saddles.
So, there you are.
Otto, we Count von Degenthal. Mr. Otto Pope.
I thought titles had been abolished.
Oh, come, Otto. You wouldn't want to abolish a nice fellow like this.
Be patient, Mr. Falk. We're going as fast as we can.
Layla, come, we must go home. It's past midnight.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.
Liesel, bring me my red velvet coat. Quick.
Where are you living now?
Nowhere?
Nowhere?
That is after tomorrow.
Oh, I'm sorry things haven't gone so well with you. I would consider it a great privilege if you would permit me to...
No, Dimple, thank you. You seem to be getting on.
Oh, I can't complain.
What are you doing?
I'm assistant head waiter at the Cafe Zazania. You'd be surprised to know who owns that place.
Who?
Look there, sir.
Not Ritter?
Yeah, the same.
He seems to be getting on.
Oh, he'll be a millionaire one of these days. We see quite a lot of the old officers at the Zazania now.
Can they afford it?
Oh, not as patrons.
Waiters.
No, as dancers, so to speak.
Oh, gigolos, eh?
I'll call them what you like, but at least they know where they are living tomorrow.
Yes, I suppose so.
My, what a dancer you used to be at the Imperial Court.
Are you offering me a job, Dimple?
Oh, no, please. Please don't take offense.
On the contrary, I'm grateful for your consideration.
When you have a talent people are willing to pay for, there's no disgrace in selling it.
A gigolo, eh?
Will you talk to Ritter?
I suppose I ought to give my old butler the satisfaction of bossing me.
Oh, yes, he'll enjoy that. I'll speak to him. Madame, pardon me. You remember Count von Degenthal? He's here. He's broke, and I have persuaded him to come to you for a job.
Where is he?
He's over at Count von Degenthal. You remember Mr. Ritter?
Yes, indeed. Please don't get up, Ritter.
Oh, I didn't mean to. Pencil tells me you need a job.
Quite so.
The world has changed since last time we met, eh, Count?
Yes?
Now workers like me are at the top, and you fellas?
At the bottom.
That's right.
That's right.
Sit down.
Thank you now.
I will be generous with you, Count. I will advance you 200 shillings so that you can redeem your clothes and make yourself presentable.
300 or the deal is off.
Count, I'll give you 300, but I expect you to attend to business strictly every night. And to show me proper respect.
Don't worry about respect. I don't.
Count Franz von Degenthal of the Imperial Court, dancing at a cafe of his former butler. He ought to attract all the unsatisfied ladies of Vienna, of Europe.
Don't forget America. America is full of unsatisfied ladies. You're the man for the job, Count.
Gentlemen, I thank you. It is a great moment in a man's life when he discovers his real work in the world.
Franz, you're perfectly all right.
Of course. What brings you back?
I wanted to talk to you about that note you wrote on my fan.
Oh,
What did you mean by it?
let me escort you home, and I'll tell you. You were mistaken about that note. I only wanted to thank you for a happy ending of a glorious night. Don't you believe me?
There was a strange look in your eye every time I mentioned tomorrow. An unhappy look.
As a matter of fact, I wasn't very happy. But then something rather nice happened.
What was that?
A beautiful girl tumbled into my arms. And here I am, driving with her on a spring night through the streets of Vienna.
Will you promise me something?
Anything.
Will you come and see me?
Of course I will.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Oh, driver! Oh, what's that building there?
Where?
There. Look! Oh, please be careful. Driver.
Yes, Gracie.
Please be careful. I'll talk a little louder so you won't have to turn round. Oh, driver, where is Maxine's?
Pardon?
I say, where is Maxine's? The cafe in the Merry Widow.
Mary what?
The Merry Widow.
Oh, you're a widow.
Yes, of course. I'm talking about the Merry Widow. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Are there any messages for me?
No, gracious lady, there are none. Were you expecting some?
No, I just hoped there might be.
You're enjoying your stay in Vienna, I trust.
Oh, yes. I've seen some beautiful museums and some perfectly lovely tombs. But where is Maxine's?
Maxine's?
You know, Maxine's. The cafe that was shown in the Merry Widow.
Oh, the Merry Widow took place in Paris.
Not in Vienna?
No, gracious lady.
Oh.
Madame wishes gaiety?
Gaiety? I'm so lonely.
Then, may I make a suggestion?
Yes.
Now, here is a place where they have what are known as widows' evenings.
Yes.
Where a lady may go unaccompanied, safely and properly.
Oh.
And where she may meet officers of the former imperial guards.
Real officers?
Yes, and perhaps a baron or a duke.
And will they speak to a person?
Oh, yes, gracious lady. They're very friendly.
Oh, I'll go there tonight.
That was heavenly, Count. Give the Count his fee, Charles. 10 shillings, isn't it?
I sat at your table during the last intermission. The fee will be 15 shillings.
That's a lot of money for dancing.
With your wife, sir?
Charles, give the Count 20 shillings.
Oh, that's a lot of money for dancing.
The Count doesn't do this for fun. It's work, isn't it?
Yes, madame. It is work.
Oh, Count, the next foxtrot is ours. Don't forget.
Don't play another foxtrot for at least an hour.
I give him a good table, he stays 2 hours and tips me a measly 2 shillings. When I was a waiter, I knew how to get even with such people.
How?
I would spill a little soup on them as they passed.
Wine is better. It's harder to get out.
No. Soup leaves a grease spot. Oh, how are you coming along, Count?
All right.
I have been watching you tonight. May I offer a word of advice?
Certainly, go ahead.
When you are telling them your past, you can break their fat hearts for an extra 25 shillings if you kind of talk with a lump in your throat. Like that. Make them think you are going to pieces.
Sorry, Bimful. I refuse to go to pieces for 25 shillings.
Where are you going?
Out. I have an appointment.
With a lady?
Yes, young, charming, and beautiful. Who will not offer to pay for my company.
What will I tell Rita?
Tell him I've gone out to get some air. Fresh air.
All right. But how do you know he needs a job?
Look, he's selling his castle. He must be terribly poor.
I know, but does he know anything about the leather business?
That doesn't matter, Papa.
It might make a big difference in the leather business.
Now you must be very tactful. Remember, he's a count. Ask him to sit down, offer him a cigar, and then tell him we need a man of his personality to represent us in Berlin.
But we don't.
But we do.
All right. All right. Wouldn't you rather have him here in Vienna? Where are you going?
I'm going upstairs. I don't think I'm going to stay here when you offer the Count a job.
Well, you're not going to leave me here alone with him.
Count von Degenthal.
Papa, don't tell him that this offer was my idea.
Layla. Good evening, Count.
How are you, Mr. Fisher?
Oh, fine, fine.
Is Miss Fisher at home?
Oh, yes, of course. She'll be down in a minute. Count, we live in a new world.
Quite.
Do you have a cigar?
Thank you, no. I never smoke cigars.
Or have a cigar.
Well, if you insist.
Count, we live in a new world.
You said that before.
Oh, so I did, yeah.
And I agree. Mr. Fisher.
Yeah?
Have you something to say to me?
Yes, I have.
Then why not say it?
Now, look here. You need a job. My daughter wants you to have one, and I've got one for you.
Did you say your daughter was upstairs, Mr. Fisher?
Well, it was her...
One moment, please. Mr. Fisher, as I understand it, you are offering me a position.
It was her idea.
I thank you very much. Miss Fisher? And I thank you very much. I'm afraid you are only being kind to a person in need. Is it not so? Well, if I could be of service, I should be proud to work for you. But as it is, I must decline your charity.
Oh, well, now, look here. If you need a job...
As a matter of fact, I don't. It happens that at present I'm engaged on work where I can be of real service to my employer.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you? Count von Degenthal?
Oh, now, Count, let's forget all this, Tommy, right? Sit down. Spend the evening with us.
I'm sorry, but my services are required at the present moment. So if you will excuse me.
Well, daughter, I did my best. Didn't I?
Yes, Papa. We did our best. And we insulted him. Now, I suppose I'll never see him again.
Layla. Don't worry. You can see him any night in the week. He's a gigolo.
A what?
A gigolo in the Cafe Zazania. You can buy a dance from him anytime you like.
Did you see him?
No.
And how'd you know?
I was told.
Oh, you were told.
Well, it's easy enough to prove.
I don't need any proof. I know he wouldn't stoop to a thing like that.
Certainly not.
Papa, order the car at once. We are going to the Cafe Zazania.
Is Madam looking for her party?
Party? I didn't know there was a party. They told me this was widow's evening. It's all right for me to come alone, isn't it?
Oh, there certainly will be no objection.
Oh.
Bibful. Yes, sir. Show the graces laid into the royal bonds. This way, madame.
Yes.
Your coat, madame.
Oh, anyone would think I were a queen or something.
Queens have occupied this loge, madame.
Have they really? Oh, my goodness.
Madame?
Oh, thank you, Mr.
Bimfel, madame.
Bimfel. Oh, how Viennese. You know, whenever they used to play the Blue Danube at home, I always imagined a place just like this.
These are the wines, madame. Most Americans prefer champagne.
How did you know I was an American?
If I may be so bold, the most gracious lady has that certain something which is only found in wealthy American ladies.
Well, I'm an American, and proud of it. As for being wealthy...
Yes, madame.
Well, George left me enough so I wouldn't exactly end in the poorhouse.
Then one does go in the poorhouse in America.
One? Oh, there have been several lately. But George was real smart. He managed to make 10 million in his day and put it all in low-interest bonds. They're still as good as gold.
10 million shillings?
Shillings? Good gracious, the dollars.
Excuse me, madame. Play the Blue Danube Waltz with lots of... Just in time, Count. She has 10 millions and she's been waiting for you all her life. Think of it, $10 million.
Oh, well, where is she?
She's over there in the loge. And remember when you tell her your past? You know?
Thank you. Oh.
Oh, no, I don't want that.
Come, Bimfel. You mustn't be too proud to accept a little charity now and then. Would the gracious lady care to dance?
You mean me?
If you will grant me that pleasure.
Well, I never. My mistake.
No, mine.
It's sweet of you to say so, but you see, I haven't danced since I was a girl.
Madame looks very lovely tonight.
Oh.
My mistake.
I'll be all right once I get really going.
Madame looks very happy tonight.
Oh. Honestly, I just can't believe that it's really me. If Lulu could see me now, I don't know what she'd say.
Lulu?
My daughter.
But is she old enough to have opinions?
Why, she's married.
Is it possible?
My mistake.
My mistake.
I'm afraid I'm too nervous. I better not dance anymore.
How very disappointing. No, but if you insist.
Thank you. Please sit down.
Thank you.
Champagne, madame?
Coffee.
Coffee?
Black and no sugar. My figure, you know.
Madame, it is perfect.
Oh.
Did madame say coffee?
Coffee, not too strong.
In Vienna, the coffee is always strong. If I may suggest an excellent champagne, Clicquot 20.
Champagne?
Clicquot 20. The same for you, Count?
Count? A real count?
Franz Frederick Karl Maria Erhard, Count von Degenthal, late captain of the Royal Guard.
My goodness.
Privileged to dance with the imperial princesses at the court of the late Emperor Franz Joseph. 2 quarts of Clicquot 20. Thank you very much, madame.
Good evening, mademoiselle.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Well, where is he?
I'll have some sauerbraten and some pilsner.
Oh, Papa.
It's very good, mademoiselle.
Aren't you Count von Degenthal's orderly?
I was. Those days were very happy.
Is von Degenthal here tonight?
Yes, sir. Over in the box.
How much does the fair lady pay the Count?
That depends upon the dancer.
And she buys the drinks?
Oh, yes.
And the Count gets a percentage of that?
Naturally. If you pardon, I'll get the menu.
Do you believe me now?
A gigolo, huh?
The high-born gentleman who refused the job that you offered him. Much too good for a place like this.
Well, now, let's enjoy ourselves. It's none of our business what the Count does for a living.
And now, everything you had is gone.
Yes.
Does your throat hurt? I notice you keep putting your hand there.
Oh, no.
Well, how do you manage to make a living now? What's the matter?
Don't you know?
I haven't the faintest idea.
Never mind.
Oh, I didn't mean to be personal, but after hearing your story, I felt kind of sorry for you.
Have some more champagne.
You know, I never tasted champagne in my life before. Even in the old days, we didn't have it in Maryville. Besides, George didn't approve.
Maryville must be a sad place. And George a dull dog.
George was my husband. He died 10 years ago. And he was not dull. Just, quiet.
Please forgive me.
Oh, yes, of course. It really does taste like cider with needles in it. Oh, isn't that lovely? Oh.
Yes.
You know, I've never had a nicer time in all my life. Did you ever see The Merry Widow? Well, you know, this is even nicer than that. And you're even nicer than Prince DeMillo.
Oh.
Just imagine me here in Vienna drinking champagne with a Count. Oh. Why can't things like this happen when one's young?
In Vienna, it is never too late to enjoy yourself.
Do you know, I've a good notion to stay here the rest of my life. I've a funny feeling here. You know, I think I'm a little tipsy. Is it awful?
I trust you're all enjoying yourselves? Yes.
Yes?
Mm-hmm. That's good.
One moment. Who is the gigolo over there with the large American?
Count Franz von Degenthal. Think of it. I used to work for his father.
Is he more expensive than the other?
Our rates are the same for all. 10 shillings a dance, 15 shillings if he sits at your table, and 200 shillings for the evening.
Has she engaged him for the whole evening?
No. If the gracious lady wants to dance with him.
Send him over.
Layla, I consider this most improper. Mr. Fisher.
Well, somebody's got to dance with him or he loses his job.
Pardon me, madame. You're wanted by the party at table number 7.
Some, friends, I suppose. Will you excuse me?
Oh, yes, of course. You will come back, won't you?
Miss Fisher?
I understand that you are free now.
Quite.
I see. Well, I engage you for this dance.
Will the Count take me around Vienna and show me everything?
The Count is very obliging, madame.
Obliging? I think he's the sweetest man I've ever met.
Shall we dance the encore?
No, thank you. How can you bring yourself to do this kind of work?
One must live.
Would you rather do this than accept Father's offer?
I can't be of any use to your father. After all, I can dance. Here, at least, I'm not taking money under false pretenses. Are you so terribly disappointed in me?
Yes. I thought you had pride. And I find you selling your charming manners, your smile, yourself in a nightclub.
Yoo-hoo, Count! The next is ours, don't forget.
Oh, sit down, Count. Have some beer.
I think, sir, in all fairness, I ought to warn you that if I sit down, my fee will be 15 shillings.
So, they have to pay for talking to you, hmm?
Why not? Very often it spares them the necessity of talking to their, escorts.
Papa, give this gentleman his 10 shillings and let him go. It is 10 shillings, isn't it?
Since we only had part of a dance, I might be inclined to reduce my rate.
Papa, give him 10 shillings.
No, please, sir, don't trouble. Next time we meet, perhaps you'll give me another cigar. Miss Fisher.
Oh, I'm so glad you came back, because I really must be going.
I'm sorry to have been gone so long.
Oh, no more, thank you. I might do something perfectly silly. Oh, my wrap, please.
Madame? Waiter, what do you mean? Waiter. For you.
Thank you, sir.
And now I really must be going. Then, when will you show me your castle?
We must save that for the last.
Oh, it's all been so charming, you and everything. I wish I could carry it all back with me to Maryville.
You can if you have the money. Everything here is for sale. Good night, gracious lady.
All my friends call me Jenny.
Good night, Jenny.
Oh. Oh.
Count, why did you pay her bill?
She didn't understand about me.
Did you arrange to show her Vienna?
Yes.
Oh, I see. Then everything will go on one bill, huh?
I suppose so.
Oh, Count.
What's that?
That's the tip you gave me.
She thinks I'm a gentleman. I should like to think so myself, for a little while. Keep that, Binful.
Thank you.
That's a beautiful ring, Layla. Are you happy?
Oh, yes, Papa.
Well, say, let's celebrate. Let's go somewhere and get some beer.
Not now, sir, thank you. Layla and I are going to a sale to buy furnishings for our home.
Where is this sale?
At the Van Degenthal Castle. They're auctioning off all the furniture.
I won't go.
But think of the bargains, dear.
I won't go.
Layla, as your future husband, I insist.
Oh, well, she doesn't want to go to his house now, Otto. Wait till she calms down and gets over her disappointment.
What disappointment are you talking about? Do you think I still care for that Count?
Then why are you afraid of meeting him again?
Me? Afraid of meeting him? Come, Otto.
A hobby horse. Yours. Just everything you can think of. Oh. Oh, Punch. Oh. Oh, how cute. All these toys you used to play with, are they going to be sold too?
Yes.
Oh, you poor boy. I know how you must feel. I still have all my old dolls. I thought they'd have to be sold. Why, it'd be like selling my whole family. Your mother?
Yes.
And you?
Yes.
My, what a handsome boy you were. Of course, you still are.
That's when I was 5.
Did she used to put you to bed every night?
Oh, no. I had a nurse for that.
Well, didn't she tuck you in and kiss you goodnight?
Sometimes before going to bed, the nurse would take me to her room and let me kiss her hand.
Kiss her hand? Oh, I'd have squeezed the daylights out of you. I mean, that is, if I'd been your mother,
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to put up for sale the contents of this famous old castle. These objects are priceless, not only in themselves, but their association with the historic family of Van Degenthal makes them priceless treasures.
You can't. You can't. You mustn't sell this castle.
This beautiful object, ladies and gentlemen, number M.
Look at this common trash.
Not only a work of art.
Look at them selling it.
It was the gift
Having a picnic on the ruins of one of the most illustrious names in Austria.
I know, but they're lords of the roost now, Trost.
I'd like to boot them all out of here.
What am I bid? What am I offered for this beautiful historic work of art?
30. No, 20 shillings.
Did I hear a bit from that gentleman?
30. No, 20 shillings.
50 shillings.
50 shillings. Do you realize, sir, that this vase was held in the hands of the Empress of Austria herself?
60 shillings.
60 shillings once, 60 shillings twice, and 60 shillings 3 times. Sold to the lady for 60 shillings.
It's a shame to disappoint the lady for 10 shillings.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to offer one of the bright jewels in the crown of the Van Degenthal collection. M100. The last surviving member of that great family would have parted with his life rather than this heirloom. But he's, alas, no longer able to maintain the dignity and splendor of his family. What am I bid? For the helmet of the Van Degenthal.
1,000 shillings.
I am bid 1,000 shillings for this priceless heirloom. Who says 2,000?
2,000.
2,000. Who says 3?
3,000.
3,000. Who says 4?
4,000.
4,000. Who says 5?
5,000. 6,000. 7,000.
7,000. I am bid
Don't
7,000.
stop me. I'm having the time of my life.
Priceless heirloom. Who says 8?
8,000. Oh, Mr. Auctioneer. I'm George Kent. I come from Maryville.
What in the world do you want with a helmet?
I want to use it for a wastepaper basket.
What did the lady say?
I said I wanted to use it for a wastepaper basket.
Swine.
Did you hear what he said to me?
Did you insult this lady?
No. It's impossible to insult people of your kind.
Why,
Come, Otto. Let's go.
Trask? Why, Franz, old boy, I didn't dream that you were here.
What did you say to that girl?
I said swine.
One to 10. You will fire between 1 and 10. Ready? Places.
Attention! 1, 2.
Is it bad, sir? I can't tell till we get to the hospital.
No, it's all right.
Oh, please. Please don't die. She's bought the castle.
More flowers.
Yes, sir. Fresh every day. Sent by the American lady.
Nothing from Miss Fisher?
No, sir.
Not even a word?
No, sir. No, sir. They were all sent by Jenny. Yeah, I beg your pardon, Mrs. Kent.
It's awfully kind of her.
She's telephoned every day since your duel, sir.
How much did she pay for the castle?
Enough to satisfy the creditors. She's going to leave everything just as it is. Excepting, of course, a thorough cleaning. Oh, I beg your pardon, sir.
I think she's the kindest-hearted woman I've ever met.
Oh, yes, sir.
I wish there was some way of thanking her properly.
You pardon my suggestion, sir, but I know an excellent way of showing your gratitude.
What's that?
Why don't you marry her?
What?
She's in love with you.
Nonsense. She's in love with a romantic ideal.
That's you.
Me? Don't be foolish.
I wish you would try and be sensible, sir. Begging your pardon. What are you going to do now that you've lost your job? She has $10 billion. That's 140 million shillings. That's 14 billion groschen. I know, I figured it out. She loves you and you like her. If I were only in your place.
Have you quite finished, Brimple?
Yes, sir. Excepting for one thing. I'm out of a job, too. Honestly, you would be doing me a favor.
I'll call you when I need you.
Yes, sir.
And so, Miss Fisher, I can only offer you my profoundest apologies.
Do you mean to say he fought a duel for me?
Yes.
Is he seriously wounded?
Fortunately, no.
Where is he now?
At the castle. Good day, Miss Fisher. Gentlemen.
Poor fellow.
Where are you going?
To the castle.
I forbid you. Layla, as your future husband, I forbid you.
I should never have accepted this, Otto. So now, please take it back.
Layla. And so he said to him, I heard what you called her. And with that, the Count took his glove and struck Von Trask across the face.
Oh! He fought a duel? For me?
Shh, Madame. He doesn't want you to know about it.
Why not?
Because he wants to keep a secret his feelings for you.
His feelings? For me?
Madame, if the Count were a wealthy man, he would say to you, Jenny, Jenny is the name, isn't it?
Yes, yes, Jenny.
He would say to you, Jenny, I beg your pardon, Madame. Leave everything and stay with me. But as it is, if he told you of his love, the world would say that he was only after your money.
His love? For me?
Yes, Madame.
Oh, no. Oh, I can't believe it. Me? Oh, it's impossible.
He's talked of nothing else for days. He's waiting to see you now.
Thank you for the flowers. Do sit down.
Oh, no, thank you. I'd rather look about.
Jenny, why did you buy the castle?
I just couldn't bear to think of all these lovely old things being sold.
But what are you going to do with it?
I want you to keep it.
Oh, no, no.
Then I want it kept in memory of a very old and very noble family.
You're doing something beautiful for one who doesn't deserve it.
Oh, I think you do. You know, I've never been so happy in my life. For years, I've had a beautiful dream of a place just like this. And you've made it all come true.
I'm afraid I must spoil your dream. Do you know what a gigolo is?
A gigolo?
It's someone who expects to be paid for dancing with a lady. For the lunches and dinners they've had together. For the flowers he sends her.
You mean you were nice to me because you expected to be paid for it? Herbert, this bill is only for the first 2 days.
I was so busy I didn't have time to complete it.
Oh.
Jenny, you're the kind of person who should go through life without anybody ever hurting her. I don't enjoy having to do it. I want you to have this.
Your ring.
It belongs to you. For keeping our family traditions.
Oh, no. No, Franz, I couldn't do that. I know how much that ring means to you.
I'd rather you had this than anyone else in the world.
Do you really mean that?
Hello? Yes, sir. Who? Mrs. Kent. Yes, sir, but I'd rather not disturb her right now. All right, sir. Just a moment, please. I beg your pardon, sir. Mrs. Kent, your hotel is calling on the telephone. They say it's very important.
I'll be right back. Look.
Oh, may I congratulate you, madame. It has a distinct significance.
Why?
Because the Van Degentals always give that ring to their prospective brides. May I congratulate you again?
Oh, thank you, thank you. So I'm really engaged.
Oh, yes, most graciously.
Oh, thank you. Oh, dear. I'm all of a flutter. I just don't know what to say. Hello? Yes, this is Mrs. George Kent of Maryville. Long distance? Oh, my goodness.
Come in. Layla, what are you doing here?
I heard you were ill.
And you came to call on me. Thank you.
May I congratulate you on your engagement?
My engagement?
To the American lady.
Well, did she say we were engaged?
Yes.
Well, if she says so.
I'm sure it will be a splendid thing for both of you. And I hope you'll be very happy.
Layla.
Lulu has a baby. Oh, Franz, they just telephoned me from Maryville, and Lulu's doing splendid. splendidly and feeling fine, and the baby weighs 7 pounds, 6 ounces, and it has blue eyes and blonde hair. Just imagine I'm a grandmother.
Did you tell them about our engagement?
But... Oh, no. No, I couldn't do that. You see, they might have thought it was kind of...
What?
Well, they might think it's a little queer that I should be a grandmother and a bride at the same time.
Do you think so?
Oh, Franz, isn't it terrible? Everything that's lovely over here would seem just funny over there. Oh, why couldn't this have happened to me when I was young? It's no use fooling myself. At heart, I'm just a grandmother and nothing else. And I belong in Maryville. I'm afraid it's too late for this.
Keep it in memory of your Vienna.
Goodbye, Franz.
Goodbye, Jenny.
Mrs. Kent, I'm very sorry to have you go away.
Oh, goodbye, Mr. Bimful.
Goodbye, Mrs.
Goodbye.
What will we, the Count, the castle, do without you?
Oh, yes. The castle. He couldn't keep it up, could he?
Oh, no, madame.
No. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll turn it into an apartment hotel, if the Count's willing. And I'll put in steam heat, bathrooms, and telephones. And I'll put the Count in charge as a kind of partner. And you, Mr. Bimful, shall be the superintendent.
Oh, thank you very much, Mrs. Kent. Thank you.
Goodbye, Mr. Bimful.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. It's been so nice knowing you. You must come to Maryville sometime.
I'd be delighted. Oh, wait a minute, sir. I have news for you.
I can't stop now.
No, this is very important.
No, tell me on the way. Come on.
No, but wait, this is very important.
You may tell Count von Degenthal that I'm not at home.
Not so loud, Lily. He may hear you.
I want him to hear me.
Very good, Willis. Oh, hello, Count.
Good afternoon, sir.
Won't you sit down? Here, have a cigar?
No, thank you. I'm very sorry your daughter's not at home, sir. When she returns, will you be good enough to tell her I called?
Oh, yeah. I'll tell her.
And since we are alone, Mr. Fisher, I may as well say that I wish to make a formal proposal for your daughter's hand.
Well. Oh, so you wish to marry my daughter? Well, what are your prospects, young man?
Excellent. I'm about to become the working partner in the establishment of a new apartment hotel, equipped with all the latest American improvements. Telephones, bathrooms, steam radiators. It is quite certain to make money.
Yeah. Well, I see. Well, I'll tell her as soon as she returns.
Thank you, sir. Bimful.
Yes, sir.
My hat.
Yes, sir.
Good day.
Franz. Where is that woman?
Mrs. Kent? She's returning home to America. To be a grandmother.
But didn't you ask her only today to marry you?
No. There's only one woman in the world I've ever wanted to marry.